Hello, my friends. So good to have you here for this after work transition to your evening stretch to help you feel good. So let's get started. You don't need any props today unless you want to use a pillow. We're going to be starting in wide-legged child's pose, which can be really nice and supportive for your hips, especially if they're feeling tight. All right, so let's turn on our mat. So we're facing the long way on our mat. Coming midway down your mat, take your pillow if you have one and press it down towards your heels, and then just send your hips back on the pillow. Walk your hands forward, bring your heels together and knees apart. Drop your elbows down and your forehead. Maybe rolling your head side to side, just releasing any tension you might be holding, heavying down through your hands, your forehead and your hips. Take a nice deep breath into your nose, right down into your belly. Exhaling that all out through your mouth. Breathing again right into your back, nice full belly. Exhale, let it all go. Walk your right hand back under your right shoulder, lift up, and take your left hand underneath your chest to the right side of your mat. Drop your side of your head down to the mat and ear, and just reach that hand right through, and you can take your right hand and place it on top and just clasp your hands, and then just press into that forearm and draw the shoulders back a little bit, opening up through the back shoulder blades. Draw the shoulders down your back so you're not creating more tension through the neck. And now just soften down, using the breath to breathe back into those shoulder blades. And pressing up onto your hands. Let's take the right hand and send it under the chest, doing the opposite side. Dropping the side of the head down, clasping and reaching. Just breathing into those back shoulder blades. Letting this feel really relaxing. And pressing your left hand under your left shoulder, coming up, removing your pillow if you had one, placing your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Place your forearms down and come onto your elbows. We'll take a little cat-cow from here. Inhale, drop your belly, tailbone to the sky, heart forward. Big inhale, exhale, tailbone under, chin to chest, and round up through the spine. Taking that 2 more times, connecting breath with movement. Inhale, shine the heart forward. Exhale, rounding. One last time. Exhale, round. Walk your hands right underneath your shoulders and press up. And then walk your hands all the way forwards, bringing your shoulders down to the mat and your forehead, keeping your hips underneath your knees. Draw your belly button to your spine and just let those shoulder blades get heavy. Just getting into the upper back here, stretching it out, heavy through the armpits, pressing into the hands. Breathing nice even breaths in and out through the nose. Press into your hands and lift your chest up and start to roll your hips forward, bending your elbows and placing your elbows directly under your shoulders. Turn your quads under, Press into your hands and lift your heart up, looking forward. Pressing through the hips and the tops of the feet, drawing the shoulder blades down the back. Now release your chest down to the mat. Make a pillow with your hands and place your forehead onto your hands. And just get heavy down on your mat, releasing through your shoulders, just letting go, letting the body rest. Take your right hand down towards your side and bend your right leg. And take your right ankle in your hand and draw your heel towards your seat. You can take your forehead down, pressing into the quad, and this will help to open up that tight hip flexor and quad. Feels really good from sitting all day. This helps to open up a place that doesn't get a lot of stretching. And release that foot, bring the right hand back, and we'll take that on the other side, drawing the left heel up and capturing the foot with the left hand, dropping the head down, drawing that heel right into that left glute. Relax the shoulders down. Take a deep breath into your belly and exhale it all out. Use that breath to fill up that belly and fill up that back. Pressing into the hip. And we'll lift up, and we're just going to shift and turn over right onto our back. Find the middle of your mat if you've lost it. Rolling back. Bend your knees a bit, and then let your knees just fall apart. Take your hands up over your head, finding those cactus arms, and draw your shoulders down your back. Just taking a nice passive stretch here, breathing into the belly, out, deflating the belly out through the nose. Taking 5 breaths here, just letting everything release, any tension you might be feeling. Enjoying this nice passive stretch, just letting the tight joints of your hips and your shoulders just relax down. Take your hands down by your legs and just draw those knees up. Draw both your knees into your chest, crossing your ankles and giving yourself a big hug, nice and tight. And release that. Take your clasped hands below your left knee and extend your right leg nice and long, shoulders down the back. Bend your right leg also and take both your feet to your mat and take your arms into a T and let your knees drop over to the right side of your mat. If this feels uncomfortable at all, you can bring those knees back, draw the hips back over more to the left and let the hips fall to the right. Look to your left if that feels okay for your neck. And just release through that left shoulder, trying to keep it resting down on the mat. Breathing into this twist. Draw the knees back up. Center the hips if you adjusted them. Draw both your knees in again. Big hug here. Trying to keep the tailbone down to the mat. And then taking your hands, clasp behind your right knee, extending your left leg nice and long. Relax the shoulders. Bend your left knee now and take both your feet to the mat. Arms out to the T again. Maybe making that hip adjustment to the right and letting the knees fall over to the left. Looking right, getting really heavy through the right arm. Draw your knees back up to center. Adjust the hips to the center of your mat. And we'll move into one last pose before our final relaxation. Happy baby. You can either take your hands to the outside of your feet, your big toes, or your ankles. Draw the elbows on the inside. And now just start to play, straightening one leg and the other, getting a nice stretch, while at the same time keeping your tailbone heavy on the mat. Open up those legs, playing around, just noticing what feels good. And now let's begin to transition into our final relaxation, taking your legs down to the bottom of your mat, letting them come out to the edges of your mat, and taking your arms wherever feels good. Could be down by your sides, in a T, or over your head. Draw your shoulders down your back. Chin is tucked slightly. Take a deep breath into your nose, filling up into your chest, your belly, over your hips, right into your feet. Filling up and noticing this time as your transition after work into your afternoon or evening. And exhaling it all out, letting it come up over your hips, over your belly, over your chest, and all the way out through your nose, letting go of anything you no longer need today, leaving you now 2 minutes without my voice, and I will be here to awaken you. Starting to draw back your awareness, maybe circling your ankles or stretching your hands, touching your thumbs to each of your fingers. Start to bend up your knees. Bend up one of your arms, rolling over to one side, making a pillow with your arm. Taking these last couple of breaths just to connect the mind, the body, and the spirit. and pressing up to sitting. Just inhale, reach up, look up, exhale down. 2 more times. And down. Last time up. Draw your hands into your heart, making the pressing of the hands together a symbol of you, and connect that right into your heart, or option to just take your hands over your heart, and taking a moment of gratitude for yourself, for this practice, and for this wonderful earth that we live upon. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Have a great rest of your day, feeling relaxed and connected to you and your evening. Namaste. Thank you for joining me on the mat today, and I look forward to seeing you again.